Evil Empire, laughing all the way to the bank. Too sweet!
Cut the bullshit.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Alright, what is up guys? 112 here, and unfortunately this is not the video I wanted to make when I decided to come back from my period of absence. I actually had some pretty fun videos planned, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to put those projects to the side because this needs to be addressed, which sucks that it even had to get to this point. But it has, and it seems like Strident and I are the only two that are willing. Well, I wouldn't say that. I saw there were a few people in the comment sections of these clowns videos that voiced their distaste in what's currently going on, and to those few people I applaud you and give you a pat on the back and 2 thumbs up for doing so, because you're one of the few people that had the courage to say, hey, this is wrong and this shouldn't be happening. So to you people, I give you an applaud. So thank you for that. But it seems like everyone else on YouTube seems to not give a shit. But Strident and I are the only two, it seems, that are going to address this gigantic elephant in the room. And that's fine. Because, you know, I may be a smaller channel, but numbers don't mean shit. And there are very few times where I sharpen my claws and, you know, voice my distaste when it comes to certain things in this quote-unquote community, this quote-unquote figure community. So if you've been paying attention to what's been going on, you'll notice that there have been some stores like Ollie's and Ross that have gotten in some older waves of classified series for pretty good prices, between $4.99 and $5 to $6.99. I saw they started getting in the Ram cycle for the Tiger Force Ram cycle for $9.99, and the Cobra Viper 3-packs are starting to show up for $15.99. So, you know, good prices, you know, for some, you know, pretty recent releases from the classified series. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. I actually managed to get lucky and I found Stalker and the Twins at Ross for $5.99. So there's nothing wrong with that. Now, what I do have an issue with is these clowns in the quote-unquote community, these ignorant, greedy motherfuckers that have ruined the opportunity of other collectors finding these and enjoying, you know, these really quality figures. Well, a majority of them are quality figures. There's one or two bad eggs in those, but a majority of them are quality figures for that discounted price. And these motherfuckers have truly showed their true colors. And when called out, seem to only resort to the one thing that they know, and that's calling out and calling people haters. Oh, you're a hater. You're a hater. I got 20 Crimson Guards. I got 30 Crimson Guards from Ollie's. Like we're in grade school or some shit. And it's like, really? Like when we call you out for the ignorant shit that you're doing, that's your response. It's laughable and it's sad. But what sent me to sit down and do this video is there is something I saw while I was looking up classified series at Ross to see how many people were finding those RAM cycles, and if anyone had found the Viper 3-pack, because that was the one that I was looking at, because I didn't jump on the sale that Amazon had because I still felt like it was a little too high of a price. And in doing so, I found one particular motherfucker that had the audacity to laugh in the faces of some members of the G.I. Joe community, making fun of them because, you can't find these figures, or because you can't afford them, and yada yada yada. And that's what sent me over and encouraged me to sit down and make this video and address this, because that's not right. Okay? I particularly hate bullying in the community. All right? I was one of those people that was bullied in school. It sucks, and it's not right. And for you to have the fucking audacity to make fun of people's financial situations and laugh at them because they can't find these figures at Ollie's, when in reality they can't find these figures at Ollie's or at Ross because of you motherfuckers in particular, because you're the assholes that are buying all the Crimson Guards from all the Ollie's in your area and are sitting on a fat stack of 20 Crimson Guards and 30 Crimson Guards as if it's some sort of dick measuring contest, when in reality, you know damn well, and I know damn well, and everyone else knows damn well, that the only thing those Crimson Guards are going to do is they're going to sit on a shelf and collect dust, like all the other figures, instead of going to a collector who's going to enjoy that Crimson Guard or those couple of Crimson Guards, and is going to get some playtime with those, like they should be, because they're action figures, they're toys, they should be getting played with. They shouldn't be sitting in hoarded amounts on a shelf collecting dust. You know what I mean? And that's where my issue lies, is with that shit. Because the fact that you can sit there and you can laugh at people because of financial situations, motherfucker, we're in an economic, we're in a fucked economic state right now. Inflation is through the fucking roof. And in case any of you clowns have noticed, the ones that are stirring the pot, have noticed figure prices have shot up significantly. Something that used to be $15 to $20 figures are now 25 to 30 to $40 figures now. All right, import figures have shot the fuck up in price as well. And for a lot of us, where our happy place was in those certain lines, we've either had to cut back significantly or we've had to drop the lines because it's gotten so expensive. And between the pandemic and now, there are people that have lost their jobs. There are people that have families to take care of. There are people that have more responsibilities on top of a family, in terms of paying for adulting shit like a mortgage, or rent, a mortgage, electricity, bills, and, for that small amount of remaining money that they can take and put into their hobby, unfortunately can't enjoy, like I said, finding these figures at these discounted prices because of you assholes, and it's fucked up. It is, because I have been even trying to find these figures in my area, and I've had not a single luck. And there's only one figure that I'm looking for in particular that I've seen people buying 4, 5, 6 of, and it's Zorana. And it boggles my mind as to why people are buying multiples of Zorana when Zorana is a main fucking character. She's a main character. She's been a main character in G.I. Joe since the beginning, since the early 80s. So why are you buying multiples of Zoranas? It's not like you could kit bash her into other figures. She's like a one and done figure. If it was like a Crimson Guard or I've seen people taking Stalkers and making Steel Brigade figures of them. Okay, fine. But Zorana, why? Why are you buying multiples of the twins? It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's just, I think it's just out of pure ignorance. Because it's kind of it's a fuck you mentality, where it's, oh, I found all these and I'm going to take them and fuck you because I can. And it's like, that's not how the community should be. That's not how the community used to be. I remember a time where you had shining example. Well, I wouldn't say shining examples because that, that sounds like I'm putting people on a pedestal, and I'm not about that. But there were people in the community on YouTube and people, I'm sure, on the forums back in the day that were willing to help other people out. And there still are people that are willing to help other collectors out. I know a few of them. I'm friends with them. Some of them even very close friends with. And whenever they go toy hunting, they, keep an eye out for a particular figure that I'm looking for. And if they find it, they reach out to me. We work something out, and, I try to help them out as well, because that's how I was taught. Those are the morals that I live by. It's it's just right. It's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? And it's what I saw in the figure community that inspired me to become a collector. Because I saw all these people, collecting all these different lines and helping each other out. And, it was a time where it was fun to be a collector. You know what I mean? Where, you could go out to Toys R Us, you could go to Ross, you could go to Kmart, Walmart, Target, and, there were figures plentiful. You know what I mean? And I remember a time where, there was a certain exclusive maybe to Toys R Us or to Kmart or to Walmart or to Target, and your area just didn't get it. You know what I mean? But there was always someone in the community that was willing to help you out in getting that figure, whether you had to trade for it or you just sent them the funds and they, you know, put it in a box and they shipped it to you and bam, you got it. And that was that. I remember that. I remember seeing that. Um, you know, People that come to mind, Mr. Von Dudenstein, Daddy Ivo, SMU Toys, who I've had a great pleasure in becoming very close friends with. Um, I've been watching Mock's channel for a very long time, since 2009, 2010. So 13 years I've been watching his channel. Um, and there's many more. Even Strident has helped people out in the community. He's helped me out as well. He's come across um, a couple of figures that I was looking for, and I found a couple of figures he was looking for. And I helped with no hesitation when I could. If there was a time where I couldn't financially do it, I couldn't financially do it. But a majority of the time, I helped when I could because it's right, and that's how collecting should be. And it's so unfortunate that you have these greedy motherfuckers that take away that, and instead of helping people out, they're only out for themselves. And it sucks that that's how the quote unquote community has become. And it's just so unfortunate because there are good people in the community. There are people that collect for the positive side of things, and you have these assholes coming in and bringing their negativity into it with calling people out and making fun of them because they can't find these figures or they can't afford these figures. Who the fuck are you to judge someone's financial situation? You know what I mean? There are people that don't have disposable incomes. There are people that are living paycheck to paycheck. So who the fuck are you to come out of the blue and make fun of somebody's financial situation? Like, fuck you. Fuck you, for real. And anyone else that partook in that. Alright? So, that's all I had to say on this. I'm sure Strident will have his up at some point. Because him and I came to a mutual agreement that, enough is enough. This shit needs to stop. And that we would take it upon ourselves to address these issues and let the community, or to let our community know, as in the people that are subscribed to our channels, know what is going on out there, and that if you see this shit, don't partake in it. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's it for me. I have said what I needed to say. And now that I got that all out, I will be hopefully getting those 2 projects that I'm working on out in the next couple of weeks. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be a birthday live stream this year, as in, well, I'll try to. Alright, I'll say that. I'll try to make it happen. If it doesn't, then expect a sit-down update, because there's a lot of stuff that I've been fortunate enough to find between my little trips to Ross and Ollie's, and just have gotten lucky to come across. So with that being said, thank you very much for listening. Hopefully, if you weren't aware of the situation, you are now, and to just keep an open eye out. And one last thing, patience is key. All right. I know this is a very frustrating issue that's going on, and I know that it's going to discourage a lot of people from wanting to even go out and look. But trust me, patience pays off. Just check the stores when you can. And if you can, call the stores in advance, or if you go to the stores, ask an employee, because sometimes there are nice employees that are willing to check for you, and are willing to help you out. So, it's a golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. Just ask kindly, and most of the time they're gonna help you. All right. So with that being said, again, thank you very much for listening. Stay tuned, because I definitely got content coming on the way. Just be patient, and take care of yourselves, take care of the people around you, and as always, 112 out.